Hi folks, welcome to another edition of Ferrum Wrestling 411. I'm your Sports Information Director at Ferrum College, Gary Holden. With me is head wrestling coach Nate Yetzer. Nate, school year's open now. We're on the first day of classes. How are things going? You got a lot of kids in this year, right?
Right, yeah. We're just trying to get everything set up for practices starting, and conditioning practices starting, and weightlifting, and we have about 70-something kids on the roster right now. Obviously that'll trickle down a little bit once we start getting into the heart of conditioning and everything.
So now you guys, you have your first practice. Your first official practice is in October. Obviously the guys are going to be in the wrestling room here working out, doing a lot of conditioning on their own. Lifting practices, you'll be putting them through a strength conditioning program and everything. How are things? I mean, you're pretty excited about what you've seen so far?
Yeah. I mean, we've had yesterday. Most freshmen moved in on Thursday and Friday, and I came in at one point and there was 10, 15 guys in here working out on their own already. So I mean, that's. I think a lot of the guys we got coming in next year, they get it. They know what they got to do to be successful here, and they've already bought in. So that's exciting. So we're 10 steps ahead of where we were last year, I think.
Now you had camps this summer and everything. I understand some of them came in for your camps.
Yep. Some of them we had a resident camp, which we had our own all of our incoming freshmen here, and then some other guys on top of that, and then we had returning guys who were working camp, so they were here working camp, and so it was good. I think it was a good summer. They got 2 weeks of great training in, and I think we made some gains there too.
Good. Now, any good leadership from your returning wrestlers? You got about 12 or so that are back from last year. You expect to see any good leadership from those guys?
We'll see. I actually think the leadership is probably going to come from our incoming freshmen, more so than our returning guys, just from the fact that from what I've seen at them so far, a lot of them, some of my returning guys got some growing up to do, and I don't think. Some of them haven't bought in totally, but we'll see. Time will tell.
Okay. You got a new assistant coach. So last year you were a one-man show out there recruiting, hitting the road. Plus you were in the room here. Once we get the room ready in January, you pretty much were a one-man show. You've got Brandon Bradley on board now. Talk a little bit about his efforts so far.
Brandon's been huge for us. I mean, he's just a guy who loves wrestling, a wrestling junkie, and he's here every day, and even on Saturday, Sunday, I'll come in, and at night to grab something out of my office, and he's in here making phone calls. So I just wanted somebody that was on the same page as me as far as the goal about working every coach out there, and a guy that doesn't mind getting in his car and traveling 3 hours to go to a clinic or get in front of a recruit. I think that's important, and I think also we have Reed Carpenter coming back as our volunteer coach. He did a great job last year, and with those 2 guys, and then hopefully down the road adding a third assistant coach, I think we're definitely right on track of where we want to do. So.
Well, I've been as a sports information director, I'm here on campus late hours, early mornings, and I see Brandon's vehicle out there. He seems like he's the Coke machine. He's always here in the building.
That's part of it. I mean, us being a small school, brand new program, we have to get in front of kids. We have to make contact with kids, and that's just the way we have to do it. I think what we offer as a staff is more than you're going to get at most Division III schools, probably any of them, and I'm really confident in saying that. I know we haven't accomplished anything yet, but I'm really I really love it with the fact that Brandon's on the same page as me, and I like where we're going.
Well, you guys have had some differences too. You wrestled at the Division I level, you coached at the Division I level. Brandon wrestled at the D2 level, and he coached at the D3 level. He came here from Wisconsin, was a Whitewater.
Yep.
And
Very successful.
Helped them finish third in the nation last year. A couple All-Americans.
Yep.
So I suspect that this is very similar for him, another Division III program.
Yeah, it's great to bounce things off. I mean, and I love guys that I'll bring an idea to him, and he'll be like, I think we should do it this way. And he's very he has his own way of doing things. I have my own way, but it's great. I mean, it works out perfectly. And we work together, and we've used a lot of his ideas, a lot of his technique, and along with mine. And I think we mesh really well in that respect. That he's not afraid to speak up and to say what his opinion is. Ultimately it falls on me. So but I think he's not a yes man at all, and I really like that about him.
Good. Tell me a little bit about your fundraising efforts. You've got this new Drive for 100 campaign going. What's that all about?
Well, our goal is to have 100 people sign up to donate monthly to the program, and it can be for a year or 2 years or for however long they want, how many months they want. And the goal is to get as many people on board as possible. Obviously, my goal is 100 people, and I think whether they want to donate $1 a month or $5 a month or $100 a month, every little bit helps. And when you have a huge group like that donating money, I think you're really going to help the program a lot. More than just one donation here, one donation here. Getting more people on board And we need it because we have no alumni, no alumni that, recent alumni anyways.
Sure.
So
you graduated one kid last year.
Right. And he's not ready to give. He's looking for a job. So it's important that people, parents, people in the community step up and help the program out.
Where do people go to find information about giving to the Drive for 100?
Well, you can email me. That's the biggest thing. Email me. It's nyetzer@ferrum.edu. Or they can just call me 540-577-0467.
Okay, you have a Facebook page as well.
Yep,
Ferrum Wrestling Facebook
Ferrum
page. You'll have
Wrestling.
some information on there about the Drive for 100.
Yep, we're getting ready to put some information on there. You can even just go to the college page and find out how to donate. You can earmark it for wrestling. And the goal, like I said, is 100 people. And I definitely think me and my wife are the first ones. So I'm hoping to build off that. And Brandon, my assistant, and making him do it. And so I think we all need to be invested into the future of
my wife Leslie and I will be making a donation as well for that.
Appreciate it. Thanks, Gary.
Great. Tell me about your schedule. I understand you've got a full schedule this year,
Right.
NCAA Division III schedule. We were a club program last year, wrestled just club program schedule. Tell me a little bit about some of the highlights this year for your schedule.
Well, I think all the home matches are huge highlights for us, just because I went to the campus. I think they've heard about the wrestling program, but they really don't know what it's all about. And, I think that's the biggest one. We have Washington Lee coming here on November 13th at 7 or at. I believe we're going to have that at 5 or 6 o'clock, kind of right after work. People can come over here and watch the match, and that obviously is going to be our rivalry. So. I'm excited for that one. And then the following weekend, that Saturday, we have the Panther Open.
Tell me a little bit about that. It's your own tournament here?
We're correct. Yep, it's our own tournament. We may have it here or Franklin County High School. We haven't decided yet. Just based on the numbers that I think we're going to get, we may have to have it at a bigger site. But I'm really excited about that. It's going to be a great competition. And my goal is to make it a great event for the first part of the year. Actually have a finals and streamed live on the internet and all that stuff. So.
Sure, that's excellent. That sounds really exciting. I'm sure the guys must be just thrilled now to get ready to start cracking open a real fresh new season.
Yep, exactly.
First ever varsity season. We have been club wrestling here prior to this. It was way back in the 80s, 83 to 86 or 87, I think it was.
Right, yeah.
And so now for our first varsity competition, I'm sure you must be real excited.
I'm really excited. The key is to be excited come November and come March, versus in August, September. So, I think we will be though.
Yeah. All right. So our next Ferrum Wrestling 411. When will we be back? When can fans expect to see this show posted on?
In the preseason, we're going to go every 2 weeks. Hopefully every 2 weeks, depending on your schedule as well. And once we get into the heart of the season, we'll be going every week. Just kind of going over each competition and what to expect and how our guys did and all that stuff. And I'm really excited. So I think it's going to be a great year, and it's going to be a huge learning experience this year, for our guys. And we're going to go through some bumps in the road this year, being all freshmen. But I think at the end of the day, come March, I think we'll be ready to go.
The great thing about it is that all those guys that were here last year that were freshmen, they're all freshmen again. They got a year's worth of experience as far as going to open tournaments and everything.
Yep.
But because it was club status, club level, there was no eligibility use. So all those guys are all freshmen. So you literally have a team of 50, 60 freshmen this year.
Yep,
so
absolutely.
I suspect you, next to the football coaches, there's probably no one that has more freshmen on
Yeah, you're probably right. They do a heck of a job over there. They get a ton of kids. So.
All right, so folks, we'll see you back here on the next issue of Ferrum Wrestling 411 about the 16th of September. Thanks for being with us, and have a great day.